What up, fish people? Kenny E with Danica Aquatics. Guys, have I got a treat for you today? I am with Mr. Ryan Mackey. He is one of our Greater Portland Aquarium Society members. I've been trying to get this locked on for months and months. He has built this beautiful fish room, and I wanted to take the time to show you guys what he's got going on. Ryan, how are you today, bud?
I am well, thank you.
So give us a little background. What did you do when you were building this magnificent fish room? What all did you do?
Well, we built every part of this, and we kind of figured out how much room out here in the shop that we could dedicate to it, and did the framing, did the insulation, plumbing, electrical, everything. Built the stands, built all of the fixtures that you see every place.
Just to give you guys a quick span real quick, I'll show you what he has, just to give you an idea. Just a gorgeous setup, which I will give you my norm and show you every individual tank, what he's got going on, but just a phenomenal looking fish room.
Yeah, so it was a fun project. I had an aquarium store years ago, and we built similar systems to this in the store. It's great to be able to get all the tanks in a really small space. Makes it a lot easier to do the maintenance, and enjoy all of the little fishies that are in every tank.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think what we'll do is we'll start at the top and then work our way down, I guess.
Okay.
So what do you have going on in this one?
Those are a hat species ruby green. Some little kids that are growing up. I can't decide whether I'm going to keep those and add them to the breeders or what I'm going to do. But I haven't.
Man, that male is flaring in the back.
And he's just a kid. Yeah, I haven't BAP'd that fish yet. So it's likely that those six will become BAP.
And so what you guys know what he's talking about when he says BAP, that is the Breeder Award Program that we have through most clubs. Oh, wow, Ryan, he is gorgeous.
Isn't he funny? And just a baby. He's just a baby. That is an absolutely beautiful fish. Multiple males in a colony will just be bright orange in the forehead and they call them ruby green because they have a really an attractive greenish gold color through the mid body. Very similar to like a flameback.
Sure.
Yeah, very similar.
And that's Lake Victorian, I take it?
Yeah, just outside of Lake Victoria, actually. I don't know that they're necessarily endemic to the lake. But maybe the region's just outside the lake.
Okay. Well, what are these beautiful little guys you got here?
Those are the standard Endler's live bearer, and a buddy of mine gave me a couple of them, and I used them to help cycle the tank. And this is what happens if you give them good food and clean water, and the next thing you know, you've got 20 pair, and a great guppy type fish that breeds true. So you get the same color pattern on every single fella. The gals aren't a whole lot to look at, but they're super easy to keep, really easy to feed. Just a really nice little fish. Nice.
And I see a beautiful little beta here.
Yeah, my daughter decided that she wanted to play with the bettas, so we've got some koi males and females, and we've had eggs. We've had some spawning. We haven't been successful raising them, so I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but we're going to keep working at it.
It's always fun trying, though, right?
Is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All right, what do we got in this tank?
This is the what is it, Green Tiger Endlers?
Look at the colors on that guy.
Wow. Again, the same friend that gave me the pair here, he said, hey, you need some of these. So I was like, okay. And so that's how I ended up with those. A beautiful fish, though. Absolutely beautiful little fish.
Cool, cool, cool. And then it looks like this one we're empty.
Yeah, there's a couple of empties here. I keep the extra male bettas in these tanks. And the next one I think that has fish in it is this one that has a pair of bettas that have been spawning.
He does got a nice little nest up there.
So we're kind of waiting to see what's going to come of that.
Beautiful fish.
And
then that one's empty.
Yeah, that one isn't empty. That one I was gonna use as an incubator for the soda lake cichlids. So it's hot water and high pH and a little bit salty.
Ooh, what are these gorgeous little guys?
Those are Cuban limia. It is a nice little Cuban live bearer. I got those from Joe Middleton, a very kind fish keeper in our group. He invited me over one day to take a look at his fish room that he had recently set up, and was kind enough to give me these. I just netted some out. Unfortunately, I ended up with one male and all the rest gals. So,
lucky dude, huh?
As long as the male hangs in there, I'll be fine. But yeah,
pretty fish.
It is a pretty little fish. The male gets some really attractive little colors on his sides, kind of rusty colors that Joe was suggesting might actually be like a cancer or something. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. But so far they're vigorous and they've done really well for me.
Gorgeous fish. It looks like, what are these little guys?
I got these from Joe also. This is Pelvicachromis sacramontis. It's the giant crib. And a beautiful fish. There's a single big gal over in this tank, and I'm not sure where she's hiding, but really a lovely crebensis type.
There she is. She's hiding in the very back corner over here, guys. Let's see if I can get her over there. There she is. I just love the layout of his room here. It's so easy as a YouTuber to shoot, first off. Oh, those must be splendens.
Yeah, Nanochroma splendens, just a pair, a male and a female. Gal's nice and chubby right now, so I'm encouraged by that. Fella is looking great these days too, so I'm hopeful. Oh, here he's coming out to make an appearance.
There he is.
Hopefully they'll do something. I've never spawned that fish before. I've done some of the different Nanochromas, and I really like them. I've got some transvestitis over on the other side of the fish room, and we'll probably get to them at some point. But yeah.
What are these beautiful tetra you have in here?
Those are diamond tetras, and the diamond tetra it's a great fish. I think super underrated. Usually you see them and they're just kids, and they're not showing off all of their glory. But they're not only are they a super great looking fish, but they come from an area where there's so much pollution in the water that most of the other species have died off. So they're really, really great aquarium fish because they can tolerate a lot of environmental pollution. But yeah, really a beautiful fish.
Gorgeous. So Ryan, while I'm sitting here focused on this cute little mushroom here, why don't you tell me a little bit where
I made these, so I at one point I thought I'd really like to make some little breeder caves. And so I made a couple of different versions of these. That's one of the earlier ones, so it's got a square hole in the front of it. But the new ones that I'm making have a round hole that I'm cutting with a diamond hole saw. And yeah, I've given those to a bunch of friends. We sold some of them at the club. The fish seem to like them. And I actually had even some little dwarf ancestris spawn in one of those here just the other day.
Danny and I have these as well, and so you good guys know when you're watching some of my videos I do on my channel and you see one of those, this is the gentleman I got them from. Okay, Ryan, what do we have in here, sir?
So these are, it's a lemon tetra colony. I originally had a Apistogramma species, what is it, D37 I think was what was in here, and the adults ended up perishing. But the lemon tetras ended up spawning, and oddly, they have just spawned and spawned and spawned since. And so now they have taken over this tank, and I've got some of the celestial Pearldanios in there, just kids that are growing up that I got from Regis.
Regis in the club, sure.
Seems like a pretty nice dude. I was really happy to get him, got a good bargain on him, and so I've got 10 of them growing up.
So one thing I will say I'm thankful for, we got some amazing breeders in our Greater Portland Aquarium Society. We get some cool stuff out of there. Every tank is just so awesome. All right, more lemon tetras?
There's lemons that are just the dither fish in here, and then these are kids from that D37.
Nice.
That I got from our friend John, and this is a beautiful. The males in breeding color end up being kind of a pale, creamy, cool white colored body with really deep purple accents in the fins. It's a striking apistogramma. Again, I think it's called D37 is the one. It's one of the undescribed species. But great. Finally got a nice spawn off of those, and that's another one that I haven't turned in for the Breeders' Award program yet. So
sounds like I'm gonna have some serious good-looking fish coming soon, huh?
possibly. Possibly.
So we'll go on down to here.
These are a few of the ruby greens and some little elongatus, and they're pretty shy. So I'm not sure how much they're going to show themselves, but
guys, I wish you guys could see. I mean, it's just amazing fish room. Trying to show you as much as I can, but now these guys caught my eye as soon as I walked in.
Geophagus brasiliensis.
Juveniles. These guys will get so amazing when they get older, guys.
I bought those as kids from the auction at the fish club, and I knew that I liked this fish. Unfortunately, I realized that I've already bred this fish. So, as far as the Breeders' Award program is concerned, I think I'll probably trade these on to somebody who hasn't spawned this fish already, and put something else in there that I haven't already done.
You and I may be able to come to terms, my friend.
Oh, perfect.
Maybe I'll swap you some Saveni for these.
Perfect.
Okay. So what do we got in here?
It just has some of the extra little betta females in it. So when we put the males and the females together in these 15 gallons, and then I'll pull them out, put them in their respective tanks, and the girls live just fine together. So far that's what's been in this tank.
We've got a lot of people on YouTube that do the beta sorority tanks, and that's what they use are the females for those.
Yeah, beautiful fish.
Danny and I've got one very similar to this one. She's a cutie, this one.
Yeah, I like them. Yeah, it's a chance to have a little nursery for some plants and that kind of stuff.
Now, guys, I will tell you, this is the fish I'm about to go to. The minute I walked in the room, I'm like, what? I mean, these are absolutely amazing. What are these, Ryan?
So this is a soda lake cichlid. This fish comes from a lake called Lake Natron in Africa. It's a high alkaline, high pH, and high temperature soda lake. And these it's alkalicus.
I mean, these guys are amazing, and I'm hoping the camera's picking up what I'm seeing, guys. I mean, these things just flash the most amazing colors.
But they're very busy. They're mouth brooders. I have had some spawns from them, but I haven't managed to save any of them yet. So I'm going to have to keep working with them a little bit.
Look at that male, guys. Showing off for you.
I think they're still youngsters, though. Again, I got these from our friend John, who was shipped these fish by mistake. So it was a fortuitous coming together for us.
I'll tell you what, man. I would love to have those mistakes, huh?
Yeah.
Gorgeous fish.
Absolutely, but
I could probably leave the camera most of the day on these guys, but he's got a ton of tanks in here, so I will have to move on. But man, they are gorgeous. Then moving to the next tank, again, he's got some more cool little cats here.
These are used to be Hoplosternum, hoplocats. They're now Megalicus. So I have to, I'm kind of an old-time fish keeper, so I have to get used to the new names. A lot of the lumpers and splitters have gotten a hold of these, or just changed the names of them. So this one is Megalicus, and it's a neat catfish from South America. Comes from some of the mountain areas. And there's a male and a female in there. Again, I got those from my friend Joe, and he encouraged me to give them a go, and I like them. They're cute.
Absolutely cool looking. Now, did you make this little hut too?
No, that's a historic aquarium ornament.
Okay.
I've had that thing for years.
Aren't those guys cool, man? Look at them. Now, the next take I'm going to show you guys is another absolutely cool little fish.
And of course, they're all hiding right this moment.
Well, that's all right. We'll talk about your little breeding colony you have here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the first spawn off of these ancestors here the other day, And there you see the little breeder hut. He's pretty happy in there. So the gal will go in there. He'll kind of trap her inside, which is the hallmark of a good breeder cave for Ancestris, and keep her there until they spawn, and then he kind of blocks the opening while the babies are developing.
So there is one of the fish we were trying to get on video here. What are these?
They are Nanochromis transvestitis.
Oh, here's a couple of males too. I'll try to go slow so I don't scare them, guys.
They're usually not that shy. I did do a water change here a few days ago, and I think they are kind of entering a little bit of a pugilistic phase with each other, if you will.
Really cool cichlid, guys. Very cool.
Fighting for territory and.
So mannerisms, are they very similar to the Splendens?
Fairly similar. Yeah, these guys I think really prefer a little bit lower pH than the Splendens would. I've heard stories that their eggs might be sensitive to a lot of dissolved solids in the water, and it does seem like they are getting a lot more randy with each other now that I've got the pH down in this tank to, well, 6 or maybe just.
So you're getting close to that breeding stage, huh?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
And as you guys can see why I like Mr. Ryan's place. He's got a big variety like Danny and I keep. Man, that is a cool looking fish. But like I said, guys, I hate to do it to you, but I got to keep moving on. What are these beautiful rainbows you have here?
So this is Goiter River trifasciata, and they're actually looking a little bit pale right now. We'll see if we can maybe talk them into
flaring up,
showing off just a little bit more of their color. But it is typically a really beautiful fish, and yeah, right now they're looking pretty pale, but.
You guys know how it goes when you're trying to get anything on camera. They never seem to want to cooperate, but I actually have seen these flared up, and I think I have some videos already from these, but yeah. Gorgeous thing. That's the thing I like about Ryan's Fish Room too, guys. You can tell he's a true hobbyist. Every tank's got its own little unique individuality. I love the centerpiece he has in this tank. And he's got his mop there in case they might decide to floor some eggs for him. That's a sexy little tank, Ryan.
Thanks. When we laid out the fish room, we wanted it to be very symmetrical all the way around. So these are all 40 breeders, and they end up being exactly the same size as the 40 longs that are on the back wall.
I'll be darned. Yeah. So what do we have in this one?
Well, there's a bunch of Pearl Danios, and then there is a trio of Dichrosis fiorini, and this is again some really nice little checkerboard type that I got from John. He has definitely been my gracious benefactor with a lot of these neat ones. I mean, this is a pretty rare checkerboard.
Now, do you have a male and female Ancestris in here?
There are a male and female.
Because it sure looks like that one is spanning right there. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure enough.
Looks like he might have himself something in there.
Well, that would be good.
And these Pearl Danios, I got to tell you guys, I normally I've always walked right by them, but if you look, they got some amazing color to them.
You don't feed them enough brine shrimp. Baby brine shrimp, that is.
Yeah, I just happened to be walking by earlier, and I saw him just fanning away in there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a brew in here already?
No,
or?
I have not. There's some more. Notice the more baby lemon tetras there.
Oh,
they're so cute. The little baby lemon tetras are so cute.
So I take it these were bred in your fish room?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple in the back there.
And I think you brought these to the bath the last time.
I did. I turned these in for the Breeders' Award program. It's the first time I've ever spawned that fish as well. Danny was kind enough to give me my little breeder sheet, which I've got to use for future purchases. That's a good
nice. Thing. All right, what do we got down here, Ryan?
Well, those are the little, what is it, Abacaxis?
These guys, in case you don't know, these are called zebra acara. And I know where he got these from. This would be from our good friend John again.
Yeah.
But these are such a cool little personable fish. Very attentive to their fish keepers. They'll come up and say hello every time.
A little bit grow out. Get them
I
grown
did
up.
see one when I was looking earlier. Where is he? That looked like he was starting to get his color. It might be that guy right there.
Starting a little bit.
Starting to get his colors in. When these guys are done coloring up, guys, they're amazing. They got almost like Indian war paint faces.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely cool.
Kind of a zebra pattern in their body. And
Dude, that piece of wood you've got with that, that is an awesome little setup you got there. Like I said, every tank, he's got a little bit more individuality for each one.
these are just some little Variatus platies. I bought them at the club auction to start when I wanted to start the tanks. And I just haven't had an opportunity to get rid of them at this point. So that's
They're a cool little platy, though.
they're okay. Yeah, they are. I like them.
I haven't seen too many fish I don't like, Ryan.
Yeah, that's my problem too.
Doesn't take much. Ooh, I see babies again. What you
These are again. This is another fish that I got from John. This is another undescribed epistogramma, and to the point where I can't even remember the designation for it at this point. But there is one little bit bigger male in
Yep,
there.
I see him.
Starting to show
Wow.
some color, and he looks pretty stunning already.
Look at that, guys.
And he's got a ways to go.
And you can tell that log is his little piece of real estate. Oh yeah, he's got some nice, especially the head there. But again, there's one of his beautiful little.
the early huts with the square.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
What is this on timers?
Yeah, I can fix that problem.
Yeah, we already got the one above, so you're good there. Sorry, guys, fish room started clicking off on us here. Okay.
Those are just some guppies, and it's a terrible genetic strain. I'm almost embarrassed that you're getting pictures of it.
So we will do just a flyover on this tank.
Yeah.
John's not happy with the genetics on this tank, so we will.
Yeah, I bought those at the club auction, and the adults look pretty good, but boy, the kids are just
Coming out messed up.
they are twisted. Yeah, so they're gonna end up being.
What are these now?
Those are more of the pearl danios.
God, they're gorgeous little fish, aren't they?
They're not bad. Yeah, they have a really attractive little bright glowing stripe around the perimeter of their body, and the fellas get a really nice the body color gets pretty attractive. It's a neat fish.
I just
Very
love the
sturdy.
layout of this fish room. It's just so cool. And we got some more. What are these? A platy of some sort?
This is one of the wild type Variatus. I love the little speckly platies, right? I just love them. And a friend of mine had some of these, and I was like, oh, I need them. And they have had lots of kids, which was great when I was trying to get the fish room started. Now I just have to figure out a way to get rid of them. but the kids are good. They eat just about anything you put in the water, and it's a very attractive version of the Variatus platy.
And again, its own little unique shape to the tank. That's what I'm loving when I'm seeing. Every tank's got its own little individuality. Phenomenal.
Right.
Has that one got anything in there?
There's really nothing in there. There's one cichlid that is hiding, but other than that, there's nothing in that tank right now.
Still, we'll show them the individuality. And now believe it or not, guys, I'm on the last tank, which is hard to believe.
And those are some more of the Variatus kids that are all saleable size at this point.
So let me give you guys a little fan of what we all just viewed. And as you can see, he's just laid out so perfectly. He used every ounce of space to the fullest in here. And he's just like Danny and I. He does everything by hand still as far as water changing. And his belief is just like we believe in, that it gives you more of a chance to be one with your fish. So I'm going to get up in here with you.
Couple of important things that I might point out. One is the flash heater.
Nice.
I will say this is one of the biggest luxuries of this room, because as soon as I turn on the water here, you see it comes on at exactly 80 degrees.
Nice.
Which makes it really a luxury for doing water changes where anything is in kind of that medium pH range, or for high pH where I'm adding cichlid salts or something like that. Have a couple of canisters for extra filtration, which is you can shut off real easy. All very handy. Makes it a big difference.
And you can tell he thought this fish room out. He's got his own little sink here. Sweet little, got the tunes, which is almost a must.
Gotta have it.
And we'll gloat on him a little bit. As you can see, his breeder award plaques. Cute little fish room. Ryan, I got to tell you, bud, I appreciate letting me invade your space. Guys, like I said, Ryan's one of our active members in the Greater Portland Aquarium Society. We're very fortunate to have him. Luckily for me, half the fish he's talking about that are going to be BAP, I'm going to have the chance to buy, which I'm all over at. So I wanted to thank you, sir, for allowing me to come in. I'm going to hop in the screen. So as always, guys, this is Ryan Mackey, Kenny E. Love your fish. This is going to be Kenny E. Check it out for now. Thanks for watching. And like I said, Ryan Mackey with the Greater Portland Aquarium Society. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.